Let's see, what do we have here? 9 versus 11Q. Not bad. Not bad. I personally, whenever I sow, does it get complicated? Not really. So whenever I see this 3-4 from white facing the open corner like this, yeah, I do prioritize the upper left hands. I absolutely agree. And generally, to make things as uncomplicated as possible, I'll actually do the 3-4 here because I know the next move I'm going to play is this approach. And I don't want them trying to make it more complicated by, let's say, I approach and they counter approach. So we're both fighting over the same side at once. I'm trying to avoid that kind of thing. So I will have my 3-4 facing this way. That way, when I approach, if they counter approach me, I can still build this without it being contested because there's no white stone on the left-hand side of the board. This is the top, nothing on the left. And if I get Sente, we can just keep following up. That's a bit of opening theory. This, little bit bad. We prioritize 3-4 stones before 4-4, generally speaking, because 3-4 historically can develop territory easier than 4-4, because even this one still has some Aji in its corner. Also, we want to play on the large side of the board. And right now, if we just do something as simple as number the lines on ye old board like here, we see the left has 13 lines open compared to the right, which unfortunately only has 11. Those 2 lines do make a difference. So that is the side, whether you are approaching or enclosing, that's usually the side you want to contest first. So we play here. Your opponent should do the exact same thing and be like, I get to approach you. Awesome sauce. But all right, now we get to change. Okay, not bad. A little bit passive, but not bad. Ooh, this one's interesting. So typically speaking, if we are approaching a corner, like so, yeah, it is go away white or go away black. We can approach, on the top, or we can approach on the right, and they're usually going to back off or pincer. Trouble is, when we're approaching something that's already backed off and enclosed, they don't have to obviously do that because they've already done it. So what they're going to do is kick us and then pincer us, and then we're going to be very, very sad. We can run away because we are not going to die. I know better than that. And you're right, you won't die, but you may wish for death. Because right now, this stick isn't really doing a whole lot. You can see here, for example, black is threatening the upper left-hand side, and this little white stick is still needing to get out of here and avoid being dead. So to counter that, we want to figure out how we can get a base. Old school was just to split. We don't really do a lot of splitting right now, but you can see the idea behind it. No matter which side that white gets approached on, hey, we can get a 2-space extension. Awesome. You can also play here. This is a very, very common move for approaching the corner without getting kicked and pincered. Generally speaking, black's going to want to keep the territory. You're going to threaten to take the territory away. Black will keep the territory yet again, and then we can extend. Nice, easy Jiseki. So if you have your little heart set on approaching the upper right, you kind of want to know 1 into 3. There is one variation where they play here. You can go ahead and do this one. You can technically even clamp here and watch them connect, and then play away. Same thing. Okay, it's not an extension because maybe you're afraid about getting kicked. That's fine. You can play fast here if you'd like. Though I would aid my stone before black starts being annoying and, starts making me over-concentrated and just all around unpleasant. Extends. Okay. Inside approach says, I do not want white to build the bottom of the board because I do not want him to do that. But you don't really have to fear white building the bottom when you can also approach the left and happily start trying to build left. A lot of lines there too. Nothing to fear there. Let's see. At best, maybe your opponent attaches to you. And you play something like this. Looks like black's still developing faster than white, so no problems. But here, we're forcing white into an enclosure. And now we need a base, so it has now become white that is developing faster than black. Here, black's got the development. Here, now white's picking up the points. Awkward. Technically, this is okay. Once upon a time, we would teach that this is not correct at all and you should be ashamed for playing it. And everyone that you know should also be ashamed on your behalf for playing it. And then the AI is like, no, it's fine. And at that point, we realized we didn't know what we were talking about, and life became very sad. That, however, is too slow. Again, we want to play on the side with the largest amount of potential, which is usually the one with the most amount of lines on it. Not to be too simplistic, but that has 7 lines. This has 8 lines. And forward 1. And this, sadly, well, that has 3 lines. One of these things is not like the others. I dig that, but I'm also a fan of suicidal aggression. Because our bottom stones are nice and strong, I would approach as closely as I can, not afraid of creating a potential weak group, because if I get pincered, I've got friends in the area. So what's white gonna do? White's got no friends. But this is not bad. That's a bit small. That says I want to take an extra 6 points at move this 20. Ooh, ouch. Move 20, we're taking 6 extra points. There's probably a move way larger than that before the first 50 to 75. Before that, there's probably moves that are worth more than 6 points. Case in point, you're gonna like this again. There are 7 lines to contest over here. So we could play over here if we'd want. Why not? It's open. They can take it. Cool. Now, hypothetically, if you want to get a little bit more feisty, you could also start leaning on things to build. At 11Q, moves like this are probably scary, but the idea here is this group is strong. White's put 3 stones there. I'm going to assume if he invested 3 whole stones into an area, I can't kill it. So if I lean on it, and he just makes me stronger, I have lost nothing. That's not terrible. Ooh, don't drop first line almost ever in the opening. It's almost always bad. Just assume that's one proverb that's always makes sense. First line, bad line. Case in point here, I mean, you just leave a lot of ology behind. Like you got the clamps, you got to read that out. The push isn't so bad. The poke into an invasion, okay, now that's kind of getting annoying. Like there's a lot of really disgusting ology there. Yep, case in point, they followed and you had to protect. Exactly. If you had just played here and your opponent plays this, Gote. So they're probably not going to play that. And since they're not going to play that, that means later on, maybe you get to play here and push them back even more in endgame. That's really, really nice. Or maybe you're a complete jerk and you're going to attach because you think you can live here. Maybe you can. Probably not.
Yeah.
Very likely not. I think you're going to die. But hey, it could be fun to do anyway. Maybe they're co-threats. You don't know. Gote move. I'd play the right still. Right is still huge. There you go. Weirdly enough, white's now playing puppy go. White really needs to get like in here. Maybe a little bit too deep. Because sector lines, we can draw like a little line between the 2 points. Maybe we don't want to go beyond it. So maybe instead of there, we play yoink. Maybe something over in here. I personally think it's safe to play this one because there's such a large gap. I don't think you can get surrounded. This will probably be getting a response, then we can just leave immediately. So good reduction. I like it. But again, if white notices or black notices that he can build, that's going to grow really, really fast. Who's going to see it first? Oh, black saw it first. Okay. Ooh, greedy. So how white is going to reduce you is by using Aji. Aji such as cutting points, and what do you know? We have one here. So now they can recut, and you can see really quickly there's a lot of unpleasant ways for this to suddenly just turn back against you. Because we have cutting point. No reason to. Just extend. What are they going to do? Keep extending? How long? They got to stop that sooner or later. So since they have to be the first one to disengage, yeah, just extend. Whatever. It's fine. See, now you have a cutting point also. It means you have to read a ladder out. And that ladder goes in places you might not want it to go. Or if it did work, you could be like, well, since there's a ladder there, I can play literally this move. So I'm threatening the ladder. Okay. At this point, I kind of hope that white cuts you to pieces. White, cut him. Do it. Finish him. All right. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cutting points. That means we're probably going to die. It's just a question of where. Not really sure where, but there's too many groups. They're going to have too few liberties. Like even without reading, what if we play here? We back off. Okay. And then if we play here, like we have to read all of this out and all of these variations. It's just a huge headache. And if they find the right moves to play in the right sequence, you're probably going to start losing stones. All the more reason not to do that. You're getting exactly what you want. You leaned on white to grow the left. White's letting you grow the left. Take yes for an answer. And don't let them hane or cut at the head of 2 or 3 stones. Very important proverb. As it stands right now, unfortunately, white, you're already alive, so just annoy them. Just jump on in. Be like, hey, I'm here. How you doing? Let's see, from here, a little higher level, but I will go ahead and mention, since you do have 3 stones all on the low line, you can attach here and figure out where your forcing moves are to maybe grow some middle stuff. But that's a little bit higher level. All right, so we're not dead, but we're giving a lot to the opponent. Oh, there's the cuts. Think about shape. I like this one because it helps both the H17 stone. It puts a teeny tiny amount of pressure on the cutting stones. Just table is just better than empty triangle, generally speaking. It's not the worst thing ever. Risky. Ran your head into your opponent's stones. That's kind of risky. All right. So there's no eye there. All we want to do right now is make sure we're not getting surrounded. So we're just going to play here. This connects us to the corner before our opponent something crazy like attaches here or something. All right. Okay. So here's the thing. Your groups are already alive, except for maybe this one. But aside from that, your groups are probably already alive. But the question is, what shape is white trying to make? So table comes to mind. So here or here. And the top one, crap, that one's threatening to kill you. So I'm going to take that one first. I took one table shape away from white, and it helped my stone in the process. He might get the other one, but that's okay. White needs 2 eyes to live, not just 1. So you can just keep your stones all nice and strong. And where's second eye coming from? Like we're out of forcing moves. Without forcing moves, we cannot live in this area. The Hane, though, gave a new forcing move to the opponent. And then forcing move to the opponent. And another one. And another one. This is how white lives in your area. All of these forcing moves. Let's see. Does this actually die? Doesn't look like it. That wasn't Atari. Got 2 liberties here. Well, looks like you're alive. Looks like white's alive. Oh, wait, maybe not. Spoke too soon? Question mark. All right, again, keep your groups nice and strong. You could even feasibly play here first. And if they move to kill this, you could just go ahead and kill the remainder. Just to make sure something dies. We have a lot of things that are disconnected. Uh-oh. Ouch. Yippers, we're dead. Ah, rough. Okay, second chance. All right, so that was a ko. It really shouldn't have been, though. You just connect here. And if white plays, or black plays, sorry, 1, you've got this. So you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties here to 3. Easy, 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 easy. Let's see, with the middle dead, with the white stones dead there, I think that's going to be it, because we got the bottom left and the bottom right-hand corners for white. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough stones captured. Or not gonna be enough, too much stones captured, sorry. So yeah, from here, it's just endgame, it looks like. So good rule of thumbs here. Let's see, where were the stones? Where were the stones? Ah, yes. 1, both sides need to be aware of where a large point on the board is. It is not this. This is arguable for extra defense, but ideally speaking, want to ID those large points after we get our base, pick the big moves. Don't get caught playing small stuff. Same thing here. Don't get caught playing small stuff. Right now, either side can play big moves as long as we realize we have Sente and there are big moves to play. That's one of the most important things at DDK. Just find out what those big moves are and play them. Once you're more SDK, then it's more about growing moyos and things like that, generally speaking. For black, watch your cutting points, because all of this could come crashing down. Oh, and white, be careful of, yeah, gotta be careful of playing puppy go. Just kind of following your opponent around the board. That's big no-no. Always want to keep in mind where those big points are. I think that about covers that, though.
Yeah.
Any question about the game? Or is there another one?
No, I think we are all set. You did three games. That's more than enough. Thank you very much. That was great.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.